have a very close bond with each other.
This brother and sister bond is changing the way we think about parrot behavior. They and 44 other parrots belong to the Max Planck Comparative Cognition team that Anastasia Krashnenikova has been working with for over 10 years.
Parrots are quite special among all the birds. Parrots have very large brains. What I've learned is that it doesn't actually matter how do we think that the parrot will behave. We can be 100% sure that it will surprise us.
The research team came up with an experiment to test the sociability of African greys, with mind-blowing results. First of all, they taught Nikki and Jack a simple rule.
We train the parrots to use tokens, metal washers, as a kind of currency that they can use, like we use money to buy food.
They separated the siblings using a screen with a hole in it. At first, both Nikki and Jack are able to exchange the tokens for food. But then Anastasia seals Nikki's window. Now Nikki has the tokens, but no means of getting the food. What happens next is astonishing. Nikki starts to pass the tokens to Jack so that he can get the food.
They realize that the partner is in need and they try to help. We were very impressed because this is the first time for birds that we could show that they spontaneously and voluntarily help each other. And this kind of kindness is actually very rare in animal kingdom.
When Anastasia blocks Jack's window, the tables are turned, and this time Nikki benefits. Using a number of parrots, Anastasia discovered that the closer the bond, the more tokens they passed each other.
What we see here is something like you stretch my back, I will stretch yours. So the more tokens one bird gives to its partner, the more token it will get back.
This teamwork requires both intelligence and empathy. It comes from an understanding of how to help a friend.
Parrots are very social animals, and they group have a very complex social structure. And this kindness can be helpful to maintain some particular relationships. I think it highlights just how clever they are and that we should be very respectful towards parrots that also are other animals.
Looking out for each other, 10-year-old lurcher Bill has a favourite spot in his garden. It's where his sister Ruby is buried.
She is buried in the garden under a rose bush, and he used to lay there all the time.
I always find him there in the summer. Does he know she's there and been buried, you know? I'd like to think he does.
I think he knows. I like to think he knows.
I'd like to think he knows.
Yeah.
Russell and Michelle doted on Bill and Ruby since they were pups.
Good girl, Rose. Good girl. Come on.
For 6 years, Bill and Ruby were inseparable until tragedy struck.
She had kidney failure and went to say goodbye. They'd never been apart.
Very close.
Very, very close, yeah. All of a sudden his sisters disappeared and not there. And then when she was gone, he was like just
Quiet.
quiet.
For a bit.
Just
Get used to being one dog.
didn't want to let go of us.
He just wanted to be around.
But he was more clingy. I suppose he must have felt lonely himself.
A recent study of dogs that lost a companion revealed that many of them showed altered behavior, which can be a sign of depression, with 80% of them becoming more affectionate to their owners. This This is exactly what Russell and Michelle noticed in Bill. He started to follow them everywhere. Then, when Michelle hurt her back, it became clear that Bill had a caring personality.
I was in a lot of pain. My back was really, really painful and I couldn't really move. And he was just sort of there, sat there with me, guarding me almost, because I was crying in pain. I put his head on me.
A reassurance. Yeah, it's what he's doing. Big time.
But the couple didn't realize just how empathetic Bill was until Russell broke his ankle window cleaning.
When I was getting used to my crutches and the plaster, I didn't take much notice of Bill. Not that I didn't want to, I was just concentrating on getting around, so I didn't notice nothing. Until Michelle had said something.
Poor Bill appeared to have hurt his leg too. Or had he?
When I saw the video, I couldn't really believe it. If you look at it, it's a very over-exaggerated limb.
But strangely, it seemed Bill was able to turn his limb on and off.
If he's out in the garden with me or if I take him for a walk, he seems to be fine. Didn't seem to have any problems at all.
For 2 days, Bill continued to behave like this with Russell and like this with Michelle. Concerned, the couple took him to the vet.
Didn't limp walking in, and I said to Michelle, "You're not going to find nothing now, because he's not limping." Well, they'd done several things, tests and whatever they did, and couldn't find a thing. Come on. Come on in. Come here, wait.
Scientists have proved that dogs have incredible empathy for their owners. But Bill's empathy was on a new level. He appeared to be pretending to suffer, to make Russell feel loved.
I think that's clever. He's decided that he wants to limp as well by just looking at me and thinking, oh, perhaps I should be doing the same. He's my good boy. Go on then. Go on.
I do think dogs are amazing.
I think they make a home a home.